breakdown.
Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to read another book from our building study, Build It from A to Z. We've read this book before, and if you take a look at the cover, it shows a building construction where we see the construction workers wearing their hard hats. They probably have their work boots on. Some of them may have some tool belts. So let's read the book. A is for architect. An architect designs a building. How tall? How wide? Will it be brick or concrete or wood? Let's see. Where will the windows and doors go? She draws plans called blueprints. All the answers are on there. We remember the architecture, right? They're the ones that sketch the blueprint, just like we have sketched our blueprint. B for bulldozer. A bulldozer bustles back and forth to clear space for a new building. The bulldozer pushes dirt and debris away. Now builders can begin. C is for concrete. A concrete mixer churns as it combines cement, sand, tiny rocks, and water to make concrete. When the concrete is ready, it slides down the chute. The concrete will dry as hard as stone. D is for dump truck. A dump truck delivers dirt, sand, or gravel for construction. The driver tilts the back and the load pours down. E is for engineer. Remember, the engineer is the one that looks over the plans for everything with the electric, like the lights, the elevator, the escalator, all of that. An engineer examines the plans for elevators, escalators, and electric lights. He makes sure everything in the building will work once it's built and people start to come in. F is for forklift. Forklift lifts weighty materials for construction. Its back end is heavy. It doesn't tip over in front when it picks up a heavy load. That's the forklift. G is for grader. A grader scrapes at the dirt. It goes over and over the area until the ground is level. The grader grumbles and growls loudly while it works. H is for hard hat. I is for inspector. A building inspector wears a hard hat. She knows all the city's construction rules. She inspects the building inside and out to see that the rules are being followed. The hard hat helps keep her safe. So even construction workers have rules just like we do in our classroom in our school. And I bet you have rules at home too. J is for jigsaw. A carpenter uses a jigsaw to cut shapes into wood. The saw has jagged teeth that jiggle up and down. Sawdust flies as the carpenter cuts out the shapes. K is for keep out. Here's the sign. A keep out sign tells people to stay away. Holes, falling objects, and big moving machines are just some of the dangers at a construction site. L is for ladder. Here's the man going up the ladder. And M is for mason. Here is the mason. He's the one that lays the bricks for a construction site, whether it be a house or a building, and he's on the ladder. A mason climbs a long ladder to lay bricks for a tall wall. It takes many thousands of bricks to make a whole new building. N is for nails. Construction workers hammer nails all over a new building. Large nails hold the building's frame together. Smaller nails are used for jobs like window frames and shelves. O is for overalls. P is for painter. A painter wears his overalls to protect his other clothes from paint spatters. Often he is covered in paint by the end of the day. Q is for query. Stone comes from a quarry. Granite, marble, and limestone can be used in buildings. Workers take blocks or long slabs from the earth with big machines. A quarry is a noisy place. R is for roof. Every house has a roof on top. Some roofs are covered with shingles. Others are made of metal, tile, fiberglass, or even rubber. S is for saw. T is for toolbox. A construction worker takes his toolbox to work every day. It holds saws, screwdrivers, screws, soldering irons, scissors, and much more. Everything he needs to do a terrific job. And this construction worker seems that he even has a tool belt on, and he's carrying a toolbox. He's got his work goggles, just like we have in the block center, and he's got his hard hat. U is for utility pole. A utility pole holds up phone and electric lines outside. The lines run from the pole to the building. Sometimes utility lines run underground instead. See, these are all the utility poles. V is for varnish. Painters may cover wood with varnish to make it very shiny. The varnish also protects the wood. While varnish is wet, it can smell like pine trees because it is sometimes made with pine tree resin. W is for wheelbarrow. A worker whisks a wheelbarrow around a construction site. He takes dirt, concrete, gravel, or sand wherever it is needed. Here he is using the wheelbarrow. X is for excavation. Digging the hole for a building's foundation and basement is called excavation. An excavator scoops up the dirt and drops it into the dump truck. Z is for zone, and Y appears for yellow. A construction zone sign is often yellow. The yellow color tells people nearby to be careful. Trucks, machines, and workers are always on the go. A construction zone is a busy place. You know that it's a construction zone when you see the yellow signs or the orange cones. The end. And it says, can you think of other words about buildings? Build them from A to Z. All right, boys and girls. So I hope you like the book, and we'll see you again.